So today we have the steel head from the 69 Charger 440, and this is our original head. You can see it's a 452 casting. It's actually got the hardened steel inserts for unleaded fuel. Your 906 didn't come with these inserts in there. The way other variants, the 915 was a closed chamber variant. It actually had an oval track there. You can easily spot that closed chamber design, and that was like about 78 cc, and it would actually raise your compression ratio by an entire point. So some guys will favor that casting. Not really going into the different casting. I mean, you can make an entire video with the different variants of the 440 heads. The reason I'm going with the steel, it can handle heat much more better. I've had instances where I've lost the water pump and managed to get the car home without damaging anything on the engine. So I have I have a lot of respect for steel. And if you look at the casting itself, it's not that bad. You can see things like the overhang has been machined out a bit. Even the surface of the port isn't that bad. You can see it's smoothened out. Um, I've actually put a grinding stone here. You can see that, and it's actually more rough than the surface of the port. There's definitely slag in here, and I'll show you that. But there's the reason that you want to port heads is obviously you don't want the vapored fuel turning back into droplets. Just defeats the purpose of actually atomizing that fuel. Um, and I'll show you why you actually don't want your vapored fuel turning back into liquid. And the other, I'll show you now as well, the entrance of these ports, um, while we actually want to clean that area up as well. Okay, so this is the slag that I've been talking about. It's predominant a little bit in these castings. And then this is the floor. You can see the floor is bad. And I'm assuming when you're doing port work as well, you just concentrate on the walls and the roof, not really the floor. But I will neaten that up a little bit. Here's where the other issue is, this overhang that's in this area. And what you want to do is just grind that off, open that up. So we're not looking at CC, but we just want to smoothen things out so the airflow is better in and out, because this is where most of your turbulence will take place, and I'll show you now. So I just wanted to show you core shift as well. You can see here where the top half and the bottom half is actually divided into two, and that will be an example of core shift. This head isn't that bad, as I said. I've seen much worse. But even with new heads, new aluminium heads, you'll find that the casting isn't as good, and they'll try and sell it off cheaper. I've seen heads that have actually been welded in and all types of issues. So they'll fix it up and sell it cheaper, and you think, hey, you know what, you're getting a bargain, but you need to stay away from that because it's an inferior head. So the reason that you want to port the entrance is wherever you have a flange connected together, whether it be from a pipe or the head to the intake, in this area here where it's actually clamped down, this is where your your greatest turbulence is taking place with air or fuel or whatever the case may be. In this case, vapor. So you can imagine if you have a lip on that intake protruding up here. Um, this is a bit exaggerated, but if you have that lip there, this area here actually gets worse. And instead of the smooth flow of vapor fuel into the engine, you have the air actually slowing down here, and this becomes a bottleneck area. And that's the reason you want to just have the smoothest flow into that engine as possible. So this is the difference between liquid fuel and fuel that actually gets turned into vapor. And you can see there's nothing much there, it just burns. So if you get the same fuel to actually vaporize a bit, and that's actually the difference. So you actually don't want your vapored fuel turning back into liquid, because it actually defeats the purpose, and that's where you lose the power.